A shrimp's heart is in its head. If you already knew that, you're doing better than most. But there are things in the animal kingdom that no general knowledge, no nature documentary, and no viral post has prepared you for. Here are 17 trivia questions about animals that will make you feel like you've never paid attention to the natural world. Which animal has the most powerful bite force of any creature on Earth? Which animal has the most powerful bite force of any creature on Earth? The saltwater crocodile, with a bite force of over 16,000 newtons. That is roughly 10 times stronger than a great white shark, and powerful enough to crush bone without effort. What color is a polar bear's skin? What color is a polar bear's skin? Black. Polar bear fur is actually transparent and hollow, scattering light to appear white. The dark skin beneath absorbs solar heat, helping the bear stay warm in Arctic temperatures. How many hearts does an octopus have? How many hearts does an octopus have? 3. 2 pump blood to the gills, 1 pumps it to the rest of the body. Octopus blood is also blue, because it uses copper-based hemocyanin rather than the iron-based hemoglobin found in human blood. How do butterflies taste their food? How do butterflies taste their food? With their feet. Butterflies have taste sensors on their tarsi, the segments at the bottom of their legs, which allow them to detect sugars simply by landing on a surface. Which animal completes the longest migration on Earth? Which animal completes the longest migration on Earth? The Arctic tern. It travels from the Arctic to the Antarctic and back every single year, a round trip of approximately 70,000 kilometers. Over its lifetime, one tern may travel the equivalent of 3 trips to the moon. What color is a flamingo when it is born? What color is a flamingo when it is born? Gray and white. Flamingos turn pink only from the carotenoid pigments in the algae and crustaceans they eat. A captive flamingo fed a colorless diet would turn white within a year. Which animal can survive being frozen completely solid? Which animal can survive being frozen completely solid? The wood frog. During winter, wood frogs allow their body fluids to freeze entirely. Heart stopped. Brain activity ceased. They produce glucose as a natural antifreeze to protect their cells, thaw in spring, and continue as normal. What is the only fish that swims upright? What is the only fish that swims upright? The seahorse. It is also one of the only species where the male carries and gives birth to the young. A male seahorse can deliver up to 2,000 babies in a single birth. Which land animal can sprint faster over a short distance, a grizzly bear or a horse? Which land animal can sprint faster over a short distance, a grizzly bear or a horse? The grizzly bear. Grizzlies can reach speeds of 56 kilometers per hour in short bursts. An average horse would outpace them over distance, but in a sprint the bear wins. What animal has the most complex vision of any known creature? What animal has the most complex vision of any known creature? The mantis shrimp. While humans have 3 types of color receptors, the mantis shrimp has 16. It can also simultaneously detect ultraviolet light, infrared light, and polarized light. Which animal produces a natural sunscreen? Which animal produces a natural sunscreen? The hippopotamus. Hippos secrete a reddish fluid from their skin that acts as both a sunscreen and an antibiotic. This fluid, mixed with their milk during nursing, gives hippo milk a distinctive pink hue. How do sea otters avoid drifting apart while they sleep? How do sea otters avoid drifting apart while they sleep? They hold hands. Sea otters float on their backs while sleeping, and pairs or groups hold paws to prevent being separated by currents. A group of sleeping otters is called a raft. Which animal can regrow its heart, eyes, jaw, and limbs? Which animal can regrow its heart, eyes, jaw, and limbs? The axolotl, a Mexican salamander. Unlike virtually any other vertebrate, the axolotl can regrow complete, fully functional organs and limbs throughout its entire life, with no scarring. Scientists study it extensively for implications in human medicine. What is the loudest animal on Earth relative to its body size? What is the loudest animal on Earth relative to its body size? The water boatman, a tiny aquatic insect less than a centimeter long. It produces sound by rubbing its genitalia against its abdomen, generating calls of up to 99 decibels. For a creature that small, that is the equivalent of a human standing next to a jet engine. How long can a tardigrade survive without water? How long can a tardigrade survive without water? Decades. Tardigrades, microscopic 8-legged animals, can enter a state called cryptobiosis. in which they expel all body water, retract their limbs, and effectively halt their metabolism. In this state they can survive vacuum, radiation, extreme temperatures, and over 30 years without water. Which bird can fly backwards? Which bird can fly backwards? The hummingbird, and it is the only bird capable of sustained backward flight. Hummingbirds can also hover in place and fly upside down briefly, thanks to a uniquely flexible wing joint that allows the wing to generate lift on both the forward and backward stroke. What is the only mammal born with its eyes open and ready to walk within hours? What is the only mammal born with its eyes open and ready to walk within hours? Many hoofed mammals, including horses, deer, and wildebeest, are born precocial, fully sighted, mobile, and capable of keeping up with the herd within hours of birth. In contrast, human infants are among the most helpless newborns in the animal kingdom.